My favorite director would have to be Bruce Campbell. And because his acting style and his directing style is just so out there and very B-movie stylish, even though it's a genre that's slowly dying, he tries to keep it new and tries to keep it going with just being completely outrageous with low budgets. I don't know, there's just something about his style that I really, really appreciate.
My favorite movie. That's kind of a hard one to say, but if I have to say, my favorite movie is The Dark Knight. I say that because it had one of my favorite actors of all time, Heath Ledger. I just have to say that that was the only movie I ever saw that showed that the sequel could be better than the original. Heath Ledger, may you rest in peace.
Video game company. That's a real hard one. It's torn between Square Enix, creators of Final Fantasy and games like that, and Blizzard Entertainment. Blizzard Entertainment made awesome PC games. They made StarCraft, Warcraft, Diablo, and have done a few other games that nobody would really know. But Square Enix has done games that virtually everybody's heard of. But when it comes down to it, Blizzard takes the cake for me because the quality of their games, what they take something from their previous game, they improve on it, instead of Square Enix where they look at the other game or the old games and just go, screw that, let's make something new.
The least favorite movie, however, would have to be Napoleon Dynamite. Mainly because back in high school, I was called Napoleon for about 2 years or so from the drumline because I had this huge afro going on, and I was more monotone than I am now and didn't talk much. So when I did, it was really short-spoken, very shy, and I just looked really weird back then. So yeah, that's my least favorite.
What was it? Crap.
My least favorite movie, Congo. When I was little, I saw that movie. Now all I do is just play a game of who's the real gorilla and who's in the monkey suit.
Video game villain. Most people have an argument about this between. I'm gonna go from the Final Fantasy series. Most people argue between Sephiroth and Kefka. In Final Fantasy VII, Sephiroth started out as an ordinarily good guy and then discovered about his past, that he was a clone of some creature, and there were just more and more clones. He wanted revenge on that. While in Final Fantasy VI, Kefka was completely insane to begin with. He ordered his own troops to burn down cities that they occupied. He slaughtered an entire castle and his own troops in the process with poison, and killed his own emperor as well, and basically destroyed the world. Sephiroth tried to do it. Kefka succeeded.
My favorite genre of movies would have to be horror films and zombie films. I really like watching how on low budgets that you can create some really interesting props and interesting ways to convey emotions and convey violence in a way that it doesn't cost tons of money and you don't have to use computer effects for it, just all handmade, and just that really fine-tuned way of handling that.
My favorite genre of movies, I have at least 3. action, a little bit of horror, and comedy. For the horror, I love the zombie movies because they just look really cool, and I love how the zombies always somehow find a way to get the person even though they're walking on monotone. I just love it. And I believe that is it. Cut, where's my coffee?